Welcome to Where They Wander. We are Kat and Kev, and we travel full-time in our Grand Design Imagine travel trailer with our pups Lily and Bailey.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show, better take your seats. It's been a while, but I'm back on top. To the world is mine, I don't plan to stop.
We are in New Hampshire. We are camping just outside the White Mountains. No, we're in the White Mountains.
We are in the White Mountains.
Yeah,
we're in the White Mountains today too.
So beautiful here. Today we're doing an out and back to the Franconia Falls.
It's about almost 4 miles there,
So it's about an 8-mile out and back.
but he says it's flat, so it should be okay.
So excited you walk all the way along the river. The great thing about this is we didn't have to pay anything to come in here. We have a lifetime senior pass, but if you are not a senior, get the America the Beautiful pass. I'll put a link to that in the description below.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. Get on out the door, take it to the street.
Oh my gosh.
We're crossing this bridge from the parking lot. We're gonna take the trail alongside the river right here. But right now we're right over the top of the river.
Now
What a
this is
great
the
view.
Pango So Weston. I have no idea. I'll put it up. Right here is the turn for the Flume Slide Trail and the Franconia Ridge Trail. Now that's a much longer trail.
And on this side it says Franconia Falls, 1.8 miles this way. So we're gonna continue up this beautiful, like a old dirt road.
It's been a while since we felt the way we did back when we were dumb and younger. It's been a while since I looked into your eyes and saw starlight, bold bright colors. Yeah, when I'm
There was a sign at the beginning of the trailhead that said that this bridge was out, but it looks like it's been shored up a little, so we're just gonna let Kev go across it and see how safe it is.
I would choose you over and over. I would choose you over and over.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kev?
Bigfoot knocked those trees over right there. See, they're leaning across the
Bigfoot.
tree.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally plausible.
No one else for me but you. I would choose you over and over again.
As much as I love our forest in the Sangagonia wilderness, this is much greener and a lot less the victim of fires.
The film, all the nuance, every letter.
Another difference we've noticed with this wilderness and the wilderness that we're more used to in Southern California is that it's so wooded you can't see anything but trees. Usually when we're hiking in our wilderness, we're on the edge of a mountain and you can see panoramas or views down, or you can see up the mountain. Here you're just in this amazing arbor of trees. It's stunningly beautiful, but it can get a little closed in, I think. I don't know, it just feels, it's very different from ours. This is basically just a straight line, perfect for dogs, perfect for families, people with young children, because it's completely flat. But sometimes when we've got the dogs with us, we really need something easy for them to get used to this hiking log. If you've watched our rim trail from Mount Nebo, you'll see that they had a pretty harrowing time at some parts of that hike. So along this hike, there are all these railroad ties here, and we weren't sure whether they had just used them to help prop up the trail or whether there was actually a railroad here. But then we just saw an old piece of track as well, so we'll do some research and find out whether there was a railroad that came through here. We're gonna do this. How many paces is 200 feet? We're gonna start here. You count yours, I'll count mine. 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
And this is why Kevin's phone always says we've gone far, 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 far more miles than mine does. We've reached the junction. Franconia Falls is that way, 0.4 of a mile. But we just gotta come and have a look at this over here at this bridge. We've now joined the Franconia Falls, little tiny trail, much narrower and obviously not an old road. This is rated a moderate trail. So far we found it quite easy, but it definitely ups the difficulty a little bit once you turn off to the falls. Let's go. Good boy. Oh, I'm glad I got my waterproof boots on. So here we are. We're not sure whether this is the falls or just the end of the trail. All Trails says this is the end. It's absolutely stunning. You got this beautiful deep lagoon right here, and then the falls right here. According to All Trails and according to Kevin's gear, we're not quite there. This is amazing, as you can see, but apparently we're still about 20 or 30 yards away from the end of this trail, so we're not gonna give up until we get to the end. Also, the dogs are going crazy because we're by the water and they can't go in.
Spread a little love.
Now, right here it says end of trail, okay? And you can see that we are quite high up from where we just were. So here's our recommendation. You walk just a little bit further, see? Right there where the silver birch is, and you can make your way easily down to the rocks and the falls. It is worth coming the extra 30 yards up a little bit of a steep section to get up here.
Anywhere that you go, blue skies are sure to follow. It happens every time.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful was that? Hopefully we got enough footage so you can really see how stunningly beautiful it was. It is way more technical to get up here, but if you've got a little patience and you take the time, it's worth it.
When I'm down, put that sunshine on me now.
Kev got sick of the bugs and is sporting the very latest in headgear. I'm glad we've got good hiking boots because, as you can see, it's very wet and these rocks are incredibly slippy, and so when they say it's a dangerous hike, that's what they mean. I mean, you're not perilous danger on the actual hike, but the rocks are for sure slippy. What do you think of the hike so far, Kev?
She right across these springs, but other than that, it's not too bad. That's a little up and down along the waterfall here, but Bailey, stop eating grass, buddy. Stop eating grass.
I gave in, and as you can see, we are both sporting the fabulous mosquito nets. We may look ridiculous, but we're not getting bugged. See what I did there? So we came back down a little bit, and this is where the people slide down.
You pick me up when I'm down, put that sunshine on me now. You put a smile on my face, make me dance out in the rain. You make every day a dream come true with every little thing you do.
There's a whole wall here, Kev. Must have been something here at some point.
Every day a dream come true with every little thing, every day a dream come true with every little thing you do, every little thing, pick me up when I'm down.
This here is further evidence that there was once a railway line that went down here.
Very small gauge rail. You can see how small the rail is.
Right, yeah, it's tiny.
On my face, make me dance out in the rain. You make every
They are trying to preserve the typical logging artifacts and the logging history of this area. There's been logging camps here from 1893 to the 1940s, and along this particular route was a logging train. It was a narrow gauge train that would go up to the logging camps and back.
For 50 cents each, city people staying at the region's grand hotels could take a special excursion trail. For many, it was their first encounter with the glorious mountains. So that's why we've been seeing all of these railroad ties.
And there's spikes that you can see, and so we saw tailings of the steam trains. They're leaving it in a state of decayed, what do they call it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We'll put it up on the screen.
It's decaying preservation.
Yeah, something like that. The train went that way because here we are, and that would have been the exact straight line from back there. But for some reason, maybe it gets washed out, or I'm not sure, but the path goes uphill here, and there's no way they would have had that little narrow gauge train go uphill. So we're going up here. Beautiful place here. Even if you just came across the bridge and did nothing but came to these and sat down, it is glorious.
Stay where you are. I can keep you safe and warm.
Gotta love stairs at the end of an 8-mile hike. And here we are. We're done. Back to the parking lot.
No need for change. I can
We clocked it at 7 miles. Beautiful hike. Just that last section to get up to the falls definitely is more difficult. We would suggest very sturdy shoes, probably poles if you don't have a pulling Labrador to help you.
I thought it was interesting hike because a lot of it was the same, that really long railway,
Right.
which made it so different than any of the other hikes that we've been on.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, for sure. It was beautiful. So we'll put all the details of where we're at and how you can get here in the description below. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
Join us next week as we start season 2 with our first stop in Montreal. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.